All right, let's before we get out of here, I want to hit a couple of topics outside the documentary just before we get out of here. You always love to keep up with the headlines of what's going on out in the wrestling world. First of all, do you know we're at the 40th anniversary, Rick, of the legendary Flair versus Von Erich
Yeah,
match in World
yeah.
Class, and that ends up, of course, forming the Freebirds. Talk about just now looking back on it 40 years ago. What an incredible memory that was, and a moment in wrestling.
Yeah, it's hard to believe it's been that long, right? Reunion Arena sold out, insane. Christmas night, so I always had to leave. Like that's something else that I think people got a better grasp of. Was my traveling was crazy to be in Dallas because of weather issues. Like some people just recently missed a house show, I think, with the because of weather issues for WWE. So back then I can't miss a show. I mean, I'm the world champion, right? So I had to leave on Christmas Eve. So that was just another day without my family. And then, God, you talk about lonely. I'd go back. I'd wrestle, and then the guys are not going to hang out on Christmas night. They're going to get their ass kicked if they don't go home. So I just get a ride out to the Hyatt at the airport, and just the bar was closed. It was horrible, but it was a great night. And man, you talk about wild. The fans were insane. When I'm trying to think who slammed the door. Did I slam the door? The cage door,
I believe so, yeah.
or the Michael slam it?
Is
I
that how the
can't remember.
Freebirds started, that he slammed the door?
No, yeah, no, I think the Freebirds were already together, but this really turned them heel full fledged. I mean, that went into that huge stadium show. I mean, holy cow! When you could have seen Mike and Mike and Terry and Buddy were hotter than hell, and they were the match before me and Kerry at the stadium show, the David Von Erich Memorial. And when Fritz and the other two boys put the claw on the three of Freebirds, the crowd was insane. And then me and Kerry had to go out and follow that. But it was like the Freebirds were over. Michael Hayes has contributed more to this business than he's ever going to get credit for. From music to talent to interviews, and I mean, I love Michael. I like Buddy, and I like Terry a lot, but Michael Hayes is one of a kind. He's golden, really one of a kind, and a golden guy, and so damn smart. And he's been around it so long that he can actually sit down and rationalize. You know, if you can take what were so good at 4 years ago and work with kids today, then you've got a special talent, and he does.